Eu estava gravando um outro vídeo, só que eu percebi, depois de metade do vídeo, eu percebi que estava mudo o meu microfone. E não foi proposital, igual o último vídeo, que eu não conseguia falar no microfone, porque estava de noite, eu estava na casa dos meus sogros. E não dava. Hoje, estou fazendo outro vídeo. Porque lá não dá pra postar não, né? Falei um monte de coisa engraçada e tava mudo. Então vamos mudar o conteúdo. Agora o conteúdo é I spent 100 days and I died MMO. It was amazing. Ah, mas aqui tá escrito, eu gastei 100 dias em um MMO morto e foi incrível. Let's go. Let's go.
This is Adventure Quest Worlds, an online MMO browser game that thrived off its anime art style, unique storylines, and massive explorable worlds. But that was nearly 20 years ago. Players are leaving and the game is only getting older. But somehow there's still players who log on every day. So, for the next 100 days, I'm going to try to revive this game. But before we do that, we have to find out why people still play this game. Alrighty, we'll basically be living this game for the next
Que pessoas ainda jogam esse jogo. Você vai descobrir agora.
3 months. My adventurer name for the next 100 days, Boba Fish, all streamed live. The game first introduced me on how to fight and other stuff needed to play. I got introduced to the King of Good and the main villain in the game, Jurakath. I also began leveling up around the beautiful city of Battle Lawn. I explored new areas, chatted it up with the workers around the city. Yeah, nah, man. I mean, my day was pretty good. It was pretty good. How about yours? And decided to buy myself a $9.99 monthly membership. This gives me extra XP, free cool looking
Pra
items
quê,
every
velho?
day, and much more. And after a few short hours, I was quickly level 10.
Congratulations on leveling up. Your character has reached level 10. It is on its way to defeating all the Lord's Chaos in Adventure Quest.
But as much fun as I was having, I felt weird. There were no other players around. I was alone. Damn. What if I can't find any friends? Today I logged on with a new plan. I wanted to finish the main storyline in AQW. Drakath released his evil 13 Lords of Chaos into the world, and it's up to us to defeat them. And to do that, I'm going to need some help. So I need to make a lot of friends. I just didn't know how yet. I traveled around this gorgeous fairy forest for a while and began doing quests all around this giant valley. This angry llama spit on me for talking to its owner.
I think that llama just spit on me.
I also got robbed by this greedy dwarf named Snowbeard.
Is he like
Eu acho que ele leva cuspir em mim, quem falou.
robbing me?
And then got sent on this interesting quest where I had to steal this golem's arm. He's really standing on his last arm. But the one-armed golem slain, I was officially level 21, which you know what that means. This is crazy. Now in this game there's hundreds of swords to choose from. Some just for looks, some with basic uses, and the best weapons in the game get percent bonus to all stats. So now that I was the ripe level of 21, I was in search of my first blade. I looked around on the wiki until I found this beauty named the Burning Freeze Blade. I had to go through hell to get this sword. I'm talking like 50 quests, 10 bosses, and 3 days of grinding. But during that entire process, I met this cool cat named Arch Linux. They helped me through the entire process, and then we started talking a bit.
How long have you been playing? Oh, I don't remember. Why'd you get into Adventure Quest? Some people in an internet cafe showed it to us. So why do you still play? Just looking for something from the past that I might have forgotten. Damn.
Although the game was quiet at first, I'm
Nó! Joga 14 anos no joguinho.
slowly finding communities of players, but most of them have already been playing for over a decade and are max level 100. So then, if every player has maxed out their character and achieved some of the highest feats in an adventure quest, why are they still here? I spent the next couple of hours finishing the final quest and the boss for this blade. I now was extremely overpowered. It was actually only for looks and didn't help me at all. But hey, it looks cool. More importantly though, I made my first friend that I could possibly count on. On day 5, I ended up learning about achievements. Apparently, for each 10 levels in the game, you get a medal for hitting the milestone. And I was informed that one of the highest achievements is reaching level 100, the max level in the game, which earns you the title Legend of Lore. This could take a player multiple months to grind, but I wanted to achieve it sooner, which I definitely need some help from friends. We just still haven't made any yet. As for now, I went on a small journey to fight a boss. When you start the game, you choose which class you start off with. I chose Warrior, but apparently staying with the beginner classes is considered trolling. So, after talking to everyone in my chat, they took me around the world of lore. They helped me earn a temporary class and hunt to earn items I need to beat the 13 Lords of Chaos. They also helped me get stronger upgrades for my gear and explain more about the world. Honestly, everyone was so overly kind, it was a bit overwhelming at times. But I think that some of the players were just genuinely so extremely passionate about this game and truly loved helping new players explore the world. It's kind of heartwarming. I ended up finding out about houses in this game. Apparently, you can buy a house, decorate it, and have multiple friends over. So, I thought I'd start looking to see if I could find a nice one. And while searching on the wiki for houses, I met another player in game. This was the first ever player under level 100 I had ever met. I was genuinely shocked, and I think they were too, because we instantly added each other. We spent some time leveling up and checked out some of the bosses together. He explained he found this game online and saw us free. That we both agreed we were the only low-level players around, and how we kinda wish that there was more low-level players adventuring around with us. In this world, everything's empty, and there's only max level 100 veterans, which at times can make the world feel kinda lonely. Anyways, we ended up talking for a while about random stuff until we got tired and headed to bed. But that's when it hit me. We're already an entire week in and we barely met one player who's remotely close to our level. So if there's no new players coming into this game, how is this game still up and running? So I ended up doing some research on AQW. I found a bunch of Reddit threads saying that the game is super dead and has been for years. I found complaints about the game and even a video suggesting it might be the worst MMO ever. I also found out that they've been updating the game every week for the past 17 years. Now, most people just assume it's dead, but it's still here. I ended up wandering around town, the main city, Battle On, and stumbled upon Yulger's Inn. I had heard about this place from other players. Apparently it's like the hangout spot for all players. In fact, I was informed it's what 90% of the player base does on a daily basis.
Tá, não tô entendendo nada. Vocês não vão ficar bravos se eu colocar outro vídeo, né? Peraí, já volto. Já volto.
I'm surviving 24 hours in the middle of the woods with only the items that I bought off of TikTok Shop.
Eu sobreviverei em 24 horas com os itens do TikTok Shop.
I'm giving myself 3 challenges. First, build a shelter to spend the night. See you.
Eu dei pra mim 3 desafios. Qual que é? Build shelter.
With only the items that I bought off of TikTok Shop. I'm giving myself 3 challenges. First, build a shelter to spend the night. See you.
Shelter. Shelter é tipo fortaleza, né? Construir uma fortaleza pra passar a noite.
Second challenge is to remake the guacamole dogs that I had last Labor Day. And the third challenge is to not eat all 6 donuts that I bought. I'm gonna regret this. I also brought Grogu, and his challenge is to not poop in the shelter tonight. Wish me luck. I'm gonna be grocery shopping at Aldi. That's where I'll do my groceries from. We definitely need some onions. We need some Romas and some avocados. I've got no idea how to pick out good avocados. I'm gonna regret this. Tomato, basil, chicken sausages. Okay, hear me out. I'm on a calorie deficit, so we're gonna do pork rinds instead of tortilla chips. Of course, you gotta go some water. Do I do this pizza cookie or do I do the donuts? It's about the same. I'm gonna go donuts. I'm trying to watch my figure. Here's the total haul. This is what we're looking at. And our total is 20 bucks. This is like 20 bucks and 6 cents.
Nossa, tudo isso, $20.
So I'm all set. These are all of the items that I've bought. The total cost of everything was just about $440. That doesn't look like a lot.
É, mas o negócio do TikTok ficou caro.
Now that I look at it from far away. This is the first item I need to set up. This is the Vivor 3 to 5 person inflatable tent. There is a light chance of rain happening, so my goal is to get this set up pretty quickly. Today is a high of 64 and a low of 32, which is crazy compared to last week. Let's beat the rain. Let me show you what's inside this. There's a lot of opening over here, and I'm trying to get kind of more back here. So we're gonna move back here first. I bought this inflatable tent like 2 months ago, and I picked the weekend where there's a high of a wind gust being 40 miles per hour. It does feel windy. Right here's looking like the spot. Let's cut open this box. Oh, I guess I could have taken it out of the box at home. Now, before I set this up, it is an inflatable tent. I brought my own tarp. I'm gonna set it down just so I can cover this up so it doesn't get popped and I can reuse it in the future.
Uma ventania.
I'm worried it's gonna be a little windy, but that just makes it more interesting, I guess. Now for the tent. Really? Okay, there's a lot of tie downs, which is gonna be nice. I'll have to use those for sure. What you eat? I think he'd be eating rabbit poop or something. As long as I don't wake up next and throw up. You know what? If that makes him feel better, I'm fine with it. Here's what looks like the spot to pump it up. Go and pump it up. Got to pump it up. Sounds like a fat Labrador throwing up.
Oh my goodness, you alright?
I really just hope this doesn't take forever. Hey, hey, leave it, dude. What are you doing? Oh god, I have a feeling I need to set up a really long time lapse. It's starting to rain again too. Cut to the really long time.
Nossa, já enchi de colchão inflável assim, nossa. E aqueles bitelo, quando eu era pequeno, era traumatizante. Agora tem uns que vem com um motorzinho, meu filho. Você clica e ele enche sozinho.
I don't know what I expected there. I just didn't expect it to be that powerful. Okay. Well, I'll be darned. That's pretty neat, huh? It's raining. Come here. Alright, it's really coming
Começou a
down, so I'm
chover.
gonna get all my stuff put inside there. Get inside. These rain pants are not rain pants. It's coming down way more than I thought. You're going inside the tent with him. Move, dude. This camera, I get.
Cachorro não entendendo nada.
It's not as much fun as you thought it was gonna be. Do I just set up like a wet corner? I was absolutely soaked for a minute there. I had to take everything off and let my body heat dry me out, but Grogu, hey, he's not having a great time. I don't take him camping much. He enjoys camping, but I think he's stressed out. Because for a minute we got in here, and the whole thing was like, it was raining, and then it was just like, and so much for it raining for just 10 minutes. Looks like the rain's gonna be on and off for the next 20 minutes, and then I should be good. I should have learned last video not to listen to the radar. We finally arrived. I thought it wasn't gonna snow this much. Let's plan for it to rain the rest of the night. So far the tent's...
Nossa, mas é grande essa
I
casinha.
brought him a blanket to sleep with tonight, and that's what we're laying on right now. This was the next purchase on my list. This pairs with this tent. This is the Vevor hot stove. The reason that this is not in a box is because I've used it before. When these hot stoves are brand new, they have like a coating. You have to burn off all the chemicals and whatnot. So like 2 months ago, I tried to light a fire in my backyard. It's already starting to change color. That was the original color. It's already starting to brown right here. Pretty sick so far. The nice thing is that it's not cold enough for me to need this. I'm gonna see what the wind is looking like in an hour or so. This tent was $215.98. The only review for this tent on TikTok was 5 stars, and they said excelente. Given the conditions, I will agree with them, and it was pretty sick to set this thing up.
Esse excelente é do português, Brasil, hein?
And this is their 3 and 5 person one. They have a bunch of bigger ones. This hot stove was 71 bucks, and they had no reviews on it. I think what I'm gonna do while it's raining is get situated in here. I'm gonna set up my sleeping area. I guess that's all that's really all there is to do. Maybe I'll make my guacamole. I got my 3 challenges. My first challenge is to bake a shelter and spend the night. I'm on track with that one. Second challenge is to make my guac dog. So I think in a second here I am gonna make some guacamole. My third challenge was to not eat all my donuts, and I might start one of them just to see how it tastes. Let me show you my Aldi haul. Pork rinds, cilantro, Roma tomatoes, chicken sausages. These need to be refrigerated, but they're like are pre-cooked, and I'm just taking my chances. That's what stomach acid is for. Hot dog buns, red onion, limes, pineapple. I've got 4 avocados. I'm not too great at picking these. Hopefully they're good.
Cachorro é pra. Cachorro pensa assim, é pra nós, é pra nós, é pra nós.
I am gonna try one of these. They don't look that amazing, but I had a donut the other day and I was just like at Aldi just craving these. This doesn't look like a real donut, it looks more of like those little ones you get in the bags. These are good, but Not good enough to the point where I'm worried I won't beat my third challenge of not eating them all by the morning. I almost forgot my gallon of water. Before I get started on my guacamole, I am going to reveal a couple more of my products. This is the multi-function camping light. This is pure decor. I'm thinking I'm going to string these lights up from the top. If it gets dark, I can just hang out on here and it'll be really cozy. These were $12.99. They had a lot of reviews. One of the 5-star reviews said, bright enough to read at night, but not so bright that it gives me a headache.
Tá brilhante o suficiente para ler, mas não tanto para me dar dor de cabeça.
It's raining a lot. A 1-star review said it got stuck rolling back in, one side brighter than the other. Another 1-star review said can't even see it in pitch black. Also comes with a horrible scent. Smells like any fresh out of China product. I mean, it looks kind of sick for 12 bucks. Charging cable. It's pretty sick. I can just stand up in here. This is a sick tent so far. Probably my favorite tent I've used. I hit the end. Oh, and there's a hook up here. Yeah! I'm digging these. I'm also getting hungry, so this is one of the other items I got. This is the 12 full-size item Asian snack box. This was $36